causing me to be angry. And if I can't, then I'll just try and take some deep breaths, try and calm down, and just get back to how I was before the argument or whatever happened to make me angry. But if I am able to leave the situation, I like to just sit alone for a while and just think about everything that happened and just go through my mind and just calm down that way.
Okay. Lots of things you're gonna see and hear, you cannot tell anybody else other than people that you work with.
Right.
Are you comfortable sitting down and sharing with other people you work with?
Yeah, I'm fairly comfortable with that, yes.
Okay, because investigations cannot leave our office.
Right.
What's said here stays here, then that's gotta be understood. Once you've lost your credibility, if you would start talking about an event or something, and it don't take long to figure out where it came from, where somebody had shared something that they weren't supposed to, that's not acceptable, okay?
You're doing fine.
Okay. You follow what's going on with the news?
Not as much as I probably should, but I'll normally check in every once in a while. Like if I'm just on my computer or iPad, I'll normally just check it out and just see what's going on. But I don't normally just sit down and watch the daily news or anything.
Okay. This position requires long days. You might have to start early, you might have to work late. Sometimes it'll be overtime, sometimes it might be an emergency where you could just be called in, or you're not scheduled to work. Short notice and everything, will this be a problem for you?
No, not at all. There's been many situations just for work where I had plans or I just wasn't gonna do anything, and someone called me and it's like, hey, this person's sick or can't come in, can you just come in quick for a few hours? And that normally works fine with me. I don't mind coming in if they need me. And then there's been plenty of times where I've worked longer than what I should have or left earlier than what I should have, so no, it's not a problem for me.
Starting out new in many positions in that area, you don't have, well, in law enforcement, you don't, it's a 24/7, you don't go home at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, 8 to 4. So you're gonna be working the holidays, low man on the totem pole, low person on the totem pole. So things would have to be scheduled, accordingly in that there, and would your family be able to go along with you not being around on holidays?
Yeah, they would be okay with it. It would probably be hard, just, not being with the whole family for holidays, but if they knew I had to be there or had to be doing something, then they'd understand.
Okay. Is this something that you have ever discussed with them before?
With becoming a police officer?
Yeah, about the hours and...
We've talked about it a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
and we just said how it would be a lot of hours just whenever it would be, and they were a little worried about it, just because I could be working anytime during the day or night or anything like that, but that's really just all they really said about it, is just that they'd be a little bit worried if I, just taking on too many hours that I could.
Do you want to look, 5-10 years from now, do you want to be working for a smaller department, a larger department, or where do you want to go with your career in law enforcement?
About 10 years from now, I'm hoping to actually be part of the SWAT team through maybe Fort Dodger Ames and working with those high-risk situations. So I've always found those teams to be really interesting, and I would really like to try and be accepted into one of those teams.
Do you have any problem working by yourself? Lots of police departments now will have at least 2 officers on at all times. Many times we work with 1 officer out for the whole county. Do you have any problems working by yourself or taking on the challenges that might come about because of that?
No, I don't have any problems with working by myself. I'm the kind of person that can work well with more than one person or a group, but I can also work fairly well by myself. So that doesn't bother me if I was the only one working at a time.
Okay. Do you have problems staying on task when given a directive or assignment to complete?
Sometimes I do, yes, I'll admit it, but a lot of the time especially if I enjoy something or if I just need to get it done, then I will stay on task and do it. So yes, I will sometimes have a problem with it, but other times I will work very hard on it and just do it.
And once you become employed and your livelihood depends on it, it's a very good idea to stay with tasks that are assigned, even if they are boring. Okay, how do you feel you view your ability to listen and follow directions?
Like I said earlier, I am a fairly good listener, so especially when
Fairly good?
Very
Very good.
Very good, yes.
Okay, very good.
So, especially when it comes to work, I like to listen as much as I can. If I have questions, I will ask my boss and get everything as clear as I can before I go out and do the job that they ask for me. So I like to get everything I can and hear from them, so I know exactly what I'm supposed to be doing, so I don't not know,
Mhm.
as you can say, and just get it done, since I don't know everything that would be needed to.
How do you consider yourself organized as far as reporting to work on time and being prepared to when you get to work?
I say I'm fairly good with that. I normally like to come in 10, 20 minutes before I'm even supposed to be there, just so if I am unprepared for something or I just need to get something done, I can get that done before I actually start work.
Mhm.
So I like to actually go in a little bit earlier than I need to, and then just, if I have anything to do, and get that done. If not, I can just sit there and be ready, or just get prepared.
Mhm. Okay. Give me an example of times when you've multitasked.
A good example would probably be just in school, because we normally have classes where we have worksheets or papers to do, and then when that class is over, then we have to move on to the next one, or if school gets over, then we have sports. So I'm a good multitasker, I say, with dealing with many things. Like for a report that I'm actually doing for one of my classes now, we have to do something on it was on a court issue. So good multitasking is me being on my iPad, looking up the questions and information I need to, also while being on the computer, typing and getting it written.
Okay. Do you have very good typing and computer skills?
They're good, yes.
Okay. That's very important nowadays. Back in everything I have is paper and pencil, and so I'm not a techie person, so it's a challenge. Have you ever worked in a jail?
I have not.
Okay. Do you have any idea the difference between working in a jail and being on the street? This is a big change for officers. We've had some that have been officers on the street and then come in and worked in our jail.
I actually do not know much of the difference between that. Probably just more, if you're on the street, you're more by yourself, I suppose, and just going around, but I don't really know too much of the differences.
Okay. One thing is that working in the jail, which you could be called upon to do once in a while, is you're about a glorified babysitter in there. Out on the street, it's probably more dangerous as far as working one-on-one, getting the person arrested in the car and brought in. You fill out your forms, you leave them, drop them off, and then go back on the street again. But once that person's in the jail, then the jailers are responsible for making sure that they get fed, all their medications are right, that if they're high or if they're on drugs or alcohol, that they get brought down, and you may get called back into this for something like that. So you need to go in there and then help the jailers with that there, because just once a person's arrested and dropped off there, your job does not end.
Right.
You know, you're still gonna have to be available to return there if need be to take control of this person. Okay. How do you feel about people that are in jail?
That's normally, what should I say? I think it more depends on what they did to get there. Like, for murderers or rapists, then I feel like they should definitely just be away from anybody else, because I really do not care for, I really, actually, honestly, hate people that especially commit rape or murder. Those, I feel, should definitely be in prison. But, people who maybe have stolen things, yes, they do need to get punished for that, but maybe not as badly as the other who's done worse crimes.
Mhm.
But for people, for your question, I'd say I'm not really a big fan of prison, or not really a big fan of what they did to get there.
Okay. Would you have any problem coming in there and having to deal with these people, and keeping neutral? Because we are not the judge and jury. We have to make sure, we don't have to like them, but we still have to treat them as people.
Yes, I can deal with that.
You can deal with that? Okay. Let's see. On the job. Oh, this one probably is gonna, why would you think that you should be selected over all other people that applied?
It's gonna be as of right now, I don't have all the experience that I will need yet, but I'd say I would be a good candidate to pick instead of these other people, just because of my good skills with taking care of situations, good listening, good cooperation with people, and if I need to be stern with someone, or if someone tries to fight me or try and attack me, I can defend myself. So I say I'm a good worker with that,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah.
Okay. I don't know, when would you be eligible to start, say you were selected?
And I need to give 2 weeks for my current job.
Okay. Does it make any difference if it's days, evenings, nights, weekends, or holidays?
Nope, not at all.
Do you have any questions for me concerning the job?
Yes, what is an average day for you?
For me?
Yes.
Um,
On the job.
Well, usually the rest of the staff starts at 8 o'clock in the morning,
Mhm.
okay? 8 to 4:30 is the hours for there. If I've done transports and worked all night and that there, I'm not gonna be there at 8 o'clock in the morning. I have a 24/7 job.
Mhm.
So I come and go, check in, make sure that, everything's running smooth, and if not, I may not be there in the office, but then I might be doing transports all night, or taking mental patients. We do a lot of mental transports. When we take people to prison, once they've been sentenced, we just don't take them down there, drop them off. We have to make appointments to get them in there. So whenever they say we can get them there, that's when we take them. They all go down to Oakdale, which is down by Iowa City. Mental patients now may go from, the last ones have been to Council Bluffs, Sioux City, Waterloo, Mason City. We've gone clear down to Burlington, left here at 9:15, the hospital, and got back at 5:15 the next morning. So there is no set hours as such, but the office hours for the administrative staff is from 8 to 4:30. Deputies vary. We have a car that comes on at 6 in the morning and works till 2 in the afternoon. The next car comes on at 8 in the morning and works till 4. One at 10 until 10 in the morning till 6 at night. We have an afternoon car that comes on at 4 and works till midnight. Then we have another 6 o'clock car at night till 2 in the morning, 8 at night till 4 in the morning, and 10 at night till 6 in the morning. So we're 24/7. That was if we had a full schedule. Lots of times we'll have one car out for 16 hours a day when people are on vacation. There's a lot of county. Our county is approximately 25 by 25 miles square. You'd be in Stratford and something will happen in Blairsburg and Williams, you know, but response time is quite a bit. So we're blessed with having 2 4-lane highways crisscrosses, which brings a lot of trouble into our county also. We have all aspects of what we might see here. Okay?
That's all I have to ask.
That's all? Okay?
Okay,